Here's the tail of tape for ESL Cup Americas Grand Final. This is number 91. But in terms of these two facing each other, this is number 1. This is the first time they've ever played each other in a tournament that I have seen that comes up in the stats, you know. So, yeah, see? Versus opponent, NA. See? First time they've ever played. 36 versus 25 years old. We'll see how this goes. This is the best of 5. Winner gets 100 buckers. Northern Isles map number 1. Here's Mr. ToD in the bottom left. In the upper right, here is Hitman. I know everybody's very excited to see this, and I am just the same. The question might arrive. Okay, now what is the ping for both these players? And I will just say at the beginning, it's quite even. It's quite even for both players here, okay? Slight advantage for Hitman ping-wise right now. All right? In case you were wondering. All right, probably going to be Archmage against Farseer. Of course, going to be Farseer headhunters throughout the game. Now, on ladder, I think these two go back and forth. I would give the edge to Hitman on ladder overall, but it's not a big deal. Ladder is not a big deal at all. What matters is actual tournaments. ToD has his altar to the north. That probably means he's going to go for the Tuskar. That tends to mean also he wants to prioritize getting level 3 early on. More experience, but less lumber. For Hitman, he's just going to be probably pressuring right away, although sometimes orcs will creep level 2 before pressuring. So that at least you're level 2 versus level 2, if not level 2 against level 1 if you immediately harass. Because there's no stopping this creeping from human.
A player's forces are under attack.
Hitman is at least going to creep 1 camp before. He could creep both the Murlocs once the first headhunter comes out, of course. And pretty solid creeping from ToD, but he's taking a little bit too much damage on his footman, honestly. Yeah, not perfect, but that's all right. He gets level 2, going to get the potion of vulnerability. And Hitman will creep to level 2.
Players' forces are under attack.
Okay, Hitman doesn't scuff that up, although he could have, but ToD still gets 2 camps before the Chain Lightning arrives. Tech underway. Tech will soon be underway. Chain Lightning is here, so ToD has to be careful to not put too much damage on this Flesh Eater. But Hitman trying to put damage on the Footman, of course. ToD does not get that last hit. But Hitman does get the Tide Runner there. Water Elemental goes to Hitman as well. Keon in position to build the Voodoo Lounge, and ToD is eventually teching, calling Militia so that he can secure his level 3, but he won't quite get level 3 from this split Militia creeping. Very close, though. He'll need to get, like, say, a couple Wolf kills, maybe a Headhunter kill. Hitman gets a grunt to deal with what might be defend soon online. In fact, it is already online. That's why you get that grunt. Damage adding up on the Footman over time, but ToD has yet to lose any, which is nice. Water Elemental trying to buy some time for the Footman to get away. Tier 2 about to be finished, and ToD would love to go in for some Tier 2 cancel, but he would also love to have level 3 Archmage for that.
A player's forces are under attack.
Maybe if he can kill both of these wolves, even if that, he wouldn't get level 3. Manitou Black with the 27 months. Thanks for casting the morning in Australia. No worries, man. It's only 8 p.m. from me. No worries at all. My pleasure. Appreciate 27 months. Wolves not feeding any experience, and Hitman has sort of passed the timing in which he might take some damage economically if ToD ran into the base. So Hitman's out of the danger zone, let's say. Wolf denied via resummon. And we do have a 2 Sanctum build from ToD, as it seems. Is he supply blocked? Yeah, he can't build his second hero. Oh, sorry, he already got the Panda, that's why. I was like, what the hell's going on? So it is Panda. I was actually surprised to see that. I thought ToD would go for Mountain King throughout the series, but double Sanctum.
A player's forces are under attack.
And with the defend, ToD will be able to creep this pretty much for free, but the Farseer looks to be aware of that. Farseer has Lightning Shield as well. Yeah, he's using it on the big creep. Really nicely done from Hitman there. Completely stopping ToD from getting this with just a solo hero. Meanwhile, the Corn Chieftain creeping for free. Okay, there's Archmage level 3 at last. ToD still has yet to lose any footmen, though, right? So definitely this early game could have gone worse for him. Peon's already in position to go for the expansion, though, and then we're probably going to get the Orc player running at the human while they expand the whole time. Level 2 on the Panda. 3 footmen at risk of falling to a Chain Lightning. At least 1 will go down. 2 probably going to go down. Not quite denied. And now with the Wind Rider, the expansion coming up, Hitman is going to be playing aggressive. Why not creep this in transition? The most important thing, though, at this stage of the game, and this is going to be consistent throughout the series, is that Hitman is pressuring ToD enough that ToD could not just run over and cancel the Expo. So this is what Hitman's going to look to do. He gets the Ankh close to level 3, and now he can just threaten the Creepjack.
Player's forces are under attack.
Archmage might actually just have to Town Portal here. Oh no, Chain Lightning, he goes down double level up. That was kind of... Was ToD looking at something in the main base? I'm not sure. He goes for a Griffin Aviary, by the way. Seems like a very late attempted Town Portal. This creep is frozen. That boy frozen in time. Alright. Football Tracker will eventually run home. And trying to carry, but only level 2. And like I said, Hitman, all he wants to do is keep this expansion safe. That's all he wants to do. That's all he cares about doing. He doesn't actually care about killing the Archmage or winning the fight. But still, he can do both, and he's going to do just that. Next stomp should be a decent one. But note, the footman split off. Oh, that stomp gonna land on a bunch of casters. Speed scroll in now on top of the casters. Panda's next breath could be big. Maybe Hitman will just Town Portal out of here. He's about to lose a bunch. After the next breath especially. Okay, he doesn't actually lose anything at the end of the day. I don't think Hitman's lost a unit yet. And the expansion is soon to be fully mining. I don't think Hitman's lost a unit this game. He's in an excellent position now
player's forces are under attack.
Hitman gets the shop. That means double heal scroll, and he can of course afford the double heal scroll because his expansion is up, even with reinforced defenses now too. Hitman a little lacking in the lumber department, but he could build some more peons. And now all Hitman has to do is just produce units. ToD finally gets Panda level 3. He has 48 supply, but he's probably going to have to counter expand here. That's the only real option.
A player's forces are under attack.
Red camp going to ToD. When he's behind, you know, you gotta take some risks and creep something big, and that's exactly what he's doing, and he's also going to expand at the red camp. I think this is the best possible play for ToD at this stage. He's going to get Cloak of Flames. That's a pretty good item. You cannot complain with that item at all if you're ToD. And Hitman thinks about the expansion, the counter expansion that would be, but he doesn't scout quite the right position. Can send the Wolf to do so. ToD has one Dragonhawk, and there is only one Wind Rider, but there's a Raider to counter the Dragonhawk, so ToD might need 2 Dragonhawks.
Player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
ToD goes in to try to put some damage with just an immediate town portal from Hitman. This is 70 supply against 50 currently. And even in even supply fights, Orc is normally fine. Is there a speed scroll? There is a speed scroll for Hitman, but he doesn't seem to need it just yet. Torn Chieftain's out of mana. And if ToD loses this fight, he loses the expansion, so this is going to be it right here. Either ToD somehow defends with this 30 supply disadvantage, or it's going to be 1-0 Hitman. Heal scrolls again being controlled by Hitman, but ToD did hold on to the expansion due to the nice breaths of fire. So if ToD can hold on, you know, quite a while longer, let's say 2-3 more minutes, he will definitely have a good shot in this game. Map almost crept out, but there's 3 big boys for Hitman if he ever does decide to back off and start creeping that corner of the map.
Player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Hitman 79 versus ToD's 58 currently. Just trying to buy time. As long as he's not taking economic damage, he's fine with losing a couple of buildings here and there. But the more farms he loses, the closer he gets to being supply blocked. The Panda should definitely try to get some haze fires. Yeah, he does. A few more of those, and then ToD can maybe be ready to engage, but he's going to lose this breaker now. Oh, and this Dragonhawk, most likely. Nice breaths again. The positioning not great for Hitman, but he's got so much stuff that it doesn't really matter. Still, the Panda's doing what he can to carry, although he's out of mana now. Heal scroll counters the pass breaths. 81 supply against 50. This might be sealing game 1 here. ToD running out of steam big time. Kodo's even 8 double sorceresses. Level 5 on the Farseer, and no breakers really left over to steal the level 3 wolves. And Town Portal Ways there, Chain Lightning. There was a Chain Lightning actually, but ToD TPs to his expansion. Thank you for the 100 bits.
Players' forces are
Did
under
I
attack.
were DLD wire? Thank you. Was level 3 Chain Lightning, by the way. Still a big supply advantage for Hitman. ToD coming back in. Panda level 4. Gonna have to use that potion of vulnerability, though, and will. Ramos with the 6 months. Thank you. Appreciate you. Grunt finally dies, but all the peasants have been exchanged for that one. Grunt 36 against 77. This is a 40 supply advantage right now for Hitman.
Players' forces are under attack.
And well played will be called, and that's 1-0 for Hitman on Northern Isles. But still plenty of room for ToD to maybe have a better mid-game. It was all just that Archmage loss, and then it snowballed from there. If ToD hadn't lost the Archmage, which is a little bit sloppy, could have been a much different game, so plenty of room for ToD to improve. Oh. Val. My game bugged. All right, game 2 will be on Last Refuge. And here we go. Hopefully the overlay didn't break. Because I did. Well, I guess that only happens when I crash, right? It should be fine. By the way, I love ToD's War 3 Champions icon. It's Have you guys seen that? Go check out his profile on War 3 Champions. It's very good. Very, very well done. Here we go into game number 2. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. There we go. ToD in the bottom left, Hitman in the upper right. Probably going to be a very similar game plan from Hitman. For ToD, I don't think there's anything wrong with the game plan. His early game was fine. Just maybe got outplayed a couple of times, wasn't able to get level 3 Archmage, and then lost the Archmage, of course, which was the biggest mistake in the last game. So I don't think much has to change from either side, really. Just maybe a little bit better execution at a couple crucial points in the game from ToD. And we could have ourselves a real competitive map too, I think. I do think. There's the Archmage. Here's the Farseer. No Peon Scout from Hitman, though. Have a sip of water here, though. Wait and see if there's a Peon Scout ever. Seems to be no Peon Scout, which means ToD could get a pretty early game, which could help him out a ton, but maybe Hitman reacts to that via just creeping himself, not harassing. Alright, chat has decided to not actually have a conversation for the rest of the night. And I accept that. That's alright. You guys could do you. You guys just have a good time. You just have a good time. That's what's most important.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, Farseer going for the harass. Footman gonna get the Shadow Priest, though. This is what I mean by not sending the peon. Oh, you know why Hitman doesn't send the peon? Because maybe he realizes ToD knows you can still just get the priest. Maybe ToD is one of the few that still gets the priest. Oh, priest going up. This is sick from ToD. I love this. He's gonna be able to get rid of the wolf. And the ensnare. He forces the ensnare with the footman so that the priest doesn't get ensnared, and then he abolishes the wolf so that Hitman can't take the whole priest camp. Very, very high level stuff. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But the footmen nevertheless take a lot of damage. And Hitman happy just to move on to the next priest. ToD's still going to be able to get level 2. No baseline, they're playing on East. You can check ToD's stream, he probably got his ping up. Okay, tech underway. Militia being called for, it has to be the Merc camp, right? Yeah, so ToD's gonna just take what's given to him. He's gonna get level 3 very early. Hitman has a lot of wards. Priest does go down, kind of did his job. Does Hitman get that? No, ToD got that, right? Yeah, ToD did get it. Saw the experience go up. Sobi Mask is really, really good. Footman will go down as well, but level 3 still gained. No Berserker purchase by ToD. Has the lumber, has the gold, has the supply. Could still get it, but maybe it's not worth the investment. And tech close to even. Not as big of an advantage as I thought Hitman might have in that regard. So, swearty morning. And the water elemental defend will mean ToD probably has a stronger army, especially with the Farseer being so bruised.
A player's forces are under attack.
Six headhunters for Hitman. 6 headhunters and no grunt. Another priest purchased by ToD. You check out Sonata number 8. No, I actually didn't. I got recommended a bunch of stuff I had to check out, and I don't think I checked out... Oh, I did check out the album that Neo wanted me to listen to. I did check that out. Because or else I get yelled at. Alright, tier 2 is done, but ToD still has an opening to maybe pressure. He's going to pick up a Panda pretty soon. Yeah, right now, in fact. Yeah, this is looking like a much better game for ToD so far. He's just got to undefend these footmen, all right? Just undefend these footmen, and you're all good, ToD.
Players' forces are under attack.
But maybe this creeping is not. Maybe pressuring a bit more would be a better play. Is this Shadowhunter? Yeah, it is Shadowhunter. Hitman tries to split, but you can't split against the Wrath Chain Lightning. Hitman does get that Ogre Magi, but the greater heal goes towards ToD. Nux Breath is quite good as well. Ensnare means first blood, at least on the ToD side of things. There's one more breath. This is good. This is really good from ToD. And Double Sanctum coming up as well. Next breath, excellent. And Hitman goes Hex. He doesn't want to have to go Heal Wave, of course, because Hex counters the defend. Tier 3 underway. Man, I think ToD could really invest in the Berserker. It's been available. There's another Priest soon available as well. I think the Berserker would have helped him out a lot in this game. Because look how much he's able to pressure. The Sobi Mask is helping out a ton as well. Hex to deny that next breath. But it will still land regardless. Hitman under a lot of pressure right now. Ooh, even this Headhunter getting cut out of position. ToD's got to be careful. He's probably got to use the Greater Heal. But the Hex goes on the Shadow Priest, which will go down. Next breath almost online. I think he's got to use the Greater Heal. Yeah, he does use it. Really clean play from ToD. Oh, he's got to clean up these Headhunters, though. He's got to get these kills. Okay, he does get the one. Water Elemental pressures the Burrow.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now ToD just backs off and creeps the next shop. Really, really solid play, for sure. Hex will clean up that Footman. That's why you go Hex. Cancels the defend. And the casters are coming out now as well. Already 2 priests. More sorts. And Panda will get level 2 and another Greater Heal. Yes, some Footmen are falling, but the creeping is also very important. Chain Lightning. Heal Scroll could be purchased. Potion of Invulnerability for now. Oh, the priest's a little bit cut out of position. First will go down. Now the slow trap kicks in, and there's obviously no shamans or walkers, so speed scroll has to be used every time he gets caught by the slow. That's the only speed scroll Hitman has. Is there a Torn Chieftain on the way? There is.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shadowhunter will reach level 2. ToD trying to get Panda level 3, has lots of good mana items now as well. And oh, he's almost level 4. That will mean level 2 Aura, so it might be worthwhile to get it on the Archmage. But prioritizing the Panda levels. Hitman pulls the red. Could do so, but it's going to take a while, and ToD's going to be here. Yeah, this is looking like a really good game 2 for ToD. Because now he can win this fight quite easily, and then he can get the red for himself. He's even going for an expansion as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
No real saving these units once they get slowed as well. TC comes out though, but no real risk. Yeah, speed scroll has to be used. All space for the expansion of ToD though. The perfect follow-up. Now the red camp might be ambitious because Hitman is aware this is a possibility from ToD, so he's going to be looking at Creep Jacket. But it's tantalizing.
A player's forces are under attack.
Panda so close to level 3. Archmage so close to level 4. One creep camp would help out ToD a ton. Expansion gonna get up. It is even supply pretty much. Panda's gotta be careful. Yeah, nice. Again, the Greater Heal on time. Really nice from ToD. There's so easily can you lose the hero if you are a bit greedy with your consumables. ToD has not been. The experience is showing. Is there another speed scroll? No, this might have to be a town portal. Okay, but the slow runs out. Footman going to pull corner creep again. They're still fighting over kind of the scraps of this bottom right. But Hitman needs to stick around here because this expansion is up, but there's towers already. Invis to not only scout, but to maybe slow a raid or slow a hero. So many defended footmen still. Like, how do you clean these up if you are Hitman? Maybe you just go for the hero focus instead. There's Invis, though. There's no dust. So Invis is a permanent save, but the Hex is there. The Chain Lightning. The first really big mistake from ToD. This might still have to be a town portal, because everything is slowed, but how do you really clean up these units without the Panda there? Hey, Floss with the 50 months? Jesus, thank you, Floss, for the 50 months. Hitman losing a lot, despite the lack of the Panda. ToD might be tie this up right now. Even though the Panda went down, it's now back for the Tavern, has a potion of mana, and the expansion's mining the entire time. Slow Trap is still there. That stomp was big, though. Haze, fire, TP out. Shadowhunter might still go down. The Archmage! The Archmage! If the Archmage had just attacked the Shadowhunter, he would have gotten the kill there, but ToD may be preoccupied with something else. But now, he's going to finally be able to get Panda level 3 at long last. And Hitman's in not really much of a better position than he was when he initially went for that corner, the red camp. Killed the Panda, yeah. But ToD's been mining on 2 bases the whole time.
The player's forces are under attack.
And will we have a tiny Great Hall now? No, Hitman doesn't even have the gold for a tiny, so it's not going to be a tiny for a long, long time. So long that probably Hitman won't even bother going for it. Corner camp gives a Parrot to Vitality. Pretty good. Now the red camp also will go to ToD. Hitman probably just trying to power creep as much as he can, get like, say, 4-3-3, and then do one big final push. Be surprised to see him tiny. Red camp, Cloak of Flames would be nice. Any aura other than Tag Guards would be great as well. ToD will get Captain American Mask, pretty bad. Probably, yeah, that is the worst item he could have gotten. Unfortunate. Hitman will see what he gets from his red. Gonna take a while, though. Again, Hitman kind of messing up the pole. He did the same earlier, but the Hex will secure it. And again, Captain American Mask. Also the worst possible item for Hitman.
A player's forces are under attack.
Hard to say who it's more useless for, but... ToD 65 versus Hitman's 50. Oh, have the tables turned now in map number 2. ToD building a farm just to scout for a hidden counter expansion. Now, what is Hitman's win condition, really? He's got the gold. Okay, he's banking for a tiny. That's got to be what he goes back and gets, and then he's got to try to hold the tiny with a 20 supply disadvantage. That's the only way for Hitman. ToD going for the next red, but it's already crapped. Talisman of Evasion, another kind of terrible item, but both players have not been getting the best items. Heal Ward's also not even that good for ToD. Oh, Hitman might be getting caught out of position. And ToD with the perfect timing, just as Hitman's tinying, and everything's stuck in the corner. And a Blizzard retrain as well from ToD. Yeah, this is going to be a tied series for sure. Look at the timing from ToD. The Blizzard to zone everything. Well, he gets probably the kill on the tiny. Eventually. Hitman even creeping because he just knows he can't fight into that. Level 4. And the tiny goes down. The only way for Hitman to come back in this game goes down, and ToD ties it up 1-1. Ooh. That was a good game from ToD. That was a very good game from ToD. Super well played from front to back. Again, he lost the Panda when he could have probably saved it with a preemptive invis, but other than that, really, really good play. Really good play. And Hitman goes for the Shadowhunter second tier 3 style, but honestly, the Torn Chieftain obviously looked a lot more convincing, right? I mean, come on. Game 1 to Game 2, what strategy do you think is better from Hitman, right? I think he's got to go back to the TC second. And Tide Hunters will be map number 3, maybe a better map to do that than Last Refuge would have been. No, Helm of Valor is strength and intelligence, 5 and 5. That's why it's bad for both players. For the Panda, it might be better if you go for Drunken Brawler, but of course Todd went for Haze Fire, so. Okay, game number 3. Who's going to get match, tournament, series point? One of these two players will. Here's game 3. Here's Hitman in the upper left. There's Todd in the bottom right. And Hitman will go again for the Farseer Headhunters. Probably will be very similar to the last 2 games, let's say. From Todd, he's going to keep it. You know, why would you change what you just did? I mean, as I said, after the first game, really what Todd has to change is execution, not so much strategy, and he still goes for the 2 Sanctums, still goes for the Panda, still tries to get level 3 Archmage in the early game, and still eventually tries to get a second base up, so really don't think Todd has to change anything, just the execution is the big difference maker. Can Todd keep up the performance of last game? He played super well. Can he do that for 2 more maps? Can he do that for 2 more maps? The Mercenary Camp was a big help as well on Last Refuge. Not a luxury you have on Tide Hunters. Is there a trick to remembering which 5/5 item does what? Kind of just remember it over time. And also the names make sense. Valor, strength and agility. Cunning is agility and intelligence. Courage, strength and intelligence. It kind of makes sense, right? As much as it can. Ring. Let Todd ring in the chat. Bad items throughout the series, but honestly, they both got bad items. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. And the Soviet Mask was a big difference maker on Last Refuge. Yawn095 for the 2 months. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hitman gonna get level 2, get the Chain Lightning. Todd also gonna get his level 2. Looks for Claws here, gets the Circlet. Wolf scouts it, but Todd is teching. Todd is not going to fast expand. Not after everything he said about that strategy. He is not going to fast expand here. Water Elemental will be denied. This Blood Gill will be Chain Lightning. And the pressure begins. Defend should be on the way as well. Yep, behind this Footman. So Todd's just got to stay passive, not take too much damage on his Footman. All while he's getting that defend online.
A player's forces are under attack.
Everything is quite damaged for Todd. 1 scroll would change it, but okay, defend is 15 seconds off still. For Hitman, is he going for Grunt? He should be going for a Grunt right now. Yeah, so he's going to go back to the Torn Chieftain style that works so well in map 1.
The town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, this is a lot of pressure before the defend came online. Todd's going to have to build a shop right now and hope he gets away with it. Definitely gonna need a shop, but at least most of the footmen, the majority, are in fighting shape currently. Archmage getting very low. Oh, the wolves spawned in the back so they would be able to block. Maybe Todd's slipping up a bit. What was he doing back at home? I don't know. But it looked like he was kind of idle there for a second. And a much better early game than the last. But of course, the Panda was the turning of the tides last game for Todd. So if he can heal up and get that Panda out and start pressuring. I don't even like maple syrup wub-wubby. Or is it wub-wub? Yeah, wub-wub. I don't even like maple syrup. I like regular. I like Aunt Jemima syrup. That's what I like.
Players' forces are under
Not
attack.
maple syrup. Panda and one footman deterring the creeping while the Archmage tries to get level 3. Although I do put syrup on a lot of things. But no non-breakfast foods. Right? Yeah, no non-breakfast foods that I put syrup on. Not that. Only, you know. And I also like HP sauce, which is a UK thing. So, you know.
A player's forces
I would
under
probably
attack.
take HP sauce over syrup. Panda getting close to level 2. Archmage getting close to level 3. CORSAIR secures his own level 3, but not without taking a ton of damage. Yeah, there's the TC Spirit Lodge Bestiary that we got familiar with on Northern Isles earlier. Belt. Not the best, let's be honest. CORSAIR scouts this and is going to come to try to harass it a bit while the TC creeps. And we'll see Hitman go for a Great Hall the slow way, eventually. Priests are here to help, you know, heal up the footmen, despite Todd never having a shop this game. But Chain Lightning might be able to find a few footman kills here. Yeah, 1, 2. Uh-oh, 3. Maybe more than a few. Because 4 is more than a few, is it not? It might still be considered a few. Slow on the CORSAIR. Does have a speed scroll if he really needs to get out of there.
Under attack.
The Wind Rider's out, the expansion coming up, and the creeping severely slowed down, although Todd did get a pen of energy there from that creep camp, so maybe worth losing the footman. Ooh, hot sauce. Delicious. Big fan of Tabasco.
Players' forces are under
Personally, that's my favorite. Big fan, big fan. I used to have a bottle next to my computer, just in case, you know. Ring for Todd, the classic. Is this where he calls militia to go for the expansion? Doesn't seem to be. Level 3 in the Torn Chieftain, looking for a nice consumable, gets a potion of invulnerability. Not too bad at all, is it? Todd going to be looking for Mana Stone, Health Stone. Heal wards aren't terrible, but really Mana Stone, Health Stone is what he wants. CORSAIR gets the Scout. Todd gets the Ankh. But the Panda has plenty of mana. Does Hitman have heal scrolls? He's got one single heal scroll. Next footman's going to go down. 50 against 47. Militia scouts the expansion timing. No cancel will be had today. No cancel at all. And again, we're in this position where Hitman, all he has to do is just threaten the run by into the base, threaten the creep jack, threaten to take a fight, and this all just buys space for the expansion. Then he can macro up to a supply advantage. That's all Hitman's trying to do. Look at him run away now. That's all he's doing. This is all time being bought. Now he'll just turn around again. The classic. Oh, maybe not. Well, he's not turning around again. Who cares? Okay, ToD is counter-expanding, knowing that he cannot cancel this. He, of course, had the scout there earlier, so he knows Hitman could buy the next heal scroll. And he does. And a push of invisibility. ToD sees it, though, so he should probably buy Dust as a reaction. Maybe he didn't see it, though. There's a chance he didn't see it.
Attack.
And if he didn't check the shop and saw that it was purchased, you know, there's a chance.
A town is under siege.
This expansion is going to be mining now. 57 supply against 50. And definitely with the stronger army, but maybe ToD with some breaths, maybe a militia call from the main base could definitely do it. There's a lot of mana on the Panda. Heal scroll's already going to have to be used, probably. Ooh, lightning shield as well. The stomp was big as well, though. Next breath, countered by the heal scroll. Dragonhawk's going to be able to kill the Wind Rider. Kodo eats a breaker. Next heal scroll might have to be used. Oh, that's a big breath. That's a huge breath. There's going to have to be a town portal sooner rather than later, most likely. But the heal scroll, the second one's used. Okay, ToD's starting to lose a lot here, but the Panda still has mana. This next breath gets 2 kills, almost a third. 38 versus 56 somehow, though. I guess the macro behind this for Hitman is pretty good. Kodo brings back the breaker. And Hitman does end up winning the fight, despite having to use both heal scrolls. Stomp now, but the Panda has Onk and Potion of Invulnerability. Archmage now forced to Town Portal. Oh no, if he kills him before the... And now he's Onked, and now he can't TP out. But the Zeppelin purchase, but the Zeppelin TP's out with the Archmage. Okay, it goes back, but there's a Raider here now. And that's gonna be game number 3. Unfortunate series of events for ToD.
Town is under siege.
And the expansion, yes, is up and mining, but Hitman's soon to go break that probably. Can even go back and buy more heal scrolls before the Panda is out yet again. And right now it's 46 versus 58 and still heal scrolls available. Even Dust to boot against the Adept of the Sorceresses. Stomp is here. Cobblestone's here. You guys know that video? That's why Dust was purchased. Level 5 on the Farseer. And well played is called. That's 2-1 for Hitman now. Match, series, tournament point. But ToD could definitely equalize. Cobblestone's here. And it will be Shallow Grave for the next map, which is a map that I would love to see from ToD. Maybe a Mountain King Expo. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It's not as good as it was on Terranus Stand. Still very good, though. Still very good, though. Let's see. Let's see what he does. we go on to Shallow Grave. Our second time seeing it today, but the first time really in a big series, yeah. In a big grand finals that I've casted, at least in these sorts of cups. We'll see how they play. Let's see how they play. Here we go. ToD in the bottom right. Hitman in the upper left. What I was talking about earlier was the reason this is very Terran-standy, the reason why it can be good for a Mountain King Fast expansion is Mercenary Camp, quite available. Then you can creep a single green camp, and then you creep your expansion. What do you know? You have double Mercenaries, Berserker, and Priest, and level 3 right away. Very Terran-esque. The map is also quite large, but it's much more easy to harass this expansion than it is on Terran-Stan. Terran-Stan was a very protected expo, which is why it was very broken in this matchup. But still, I think Mountain King could be a viable choice here. Hitman going for a grunt opener, maybe to creep level 2, which is typically the best thing to do against Mountain King first, or just an expansion in general, is to creep level 2 and then harass. We will see, though. A lot of questions here. And for ToD, it will be, okay, will be the Archmage. Will be the Archmage. The reason why Hitman goes for the grunt is most of the time just to make it easier to creep right away, so he'll probably creep this off the bat. See if ToD goes for the Mercenary Camp still. Maybe he'll do what he did earlier, which was he got Defend, and then he solo crapped it with Defend and Militia while harassing with the Archmage. It's a possibility. Possibility. Yeah, see, very Terran-esque, even the shop early on, which, when's the last time you guys have seen that in this matchup? Shop early before tech. Against human. Lightning shield creep. Again, Terran-esque. Remember. Parallels. ToD the same creep route, gonna get claws, happy with that. Hitman gonna get circlet, also gonna be happy with that. ToD with only 3 farms. Yeah, he's going to be teching. Oh yeah, ToD was a player that never used to go MK on TS. You're right. Yeah, he never used to do that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that now. Level 2 on the Archmage. CORSAIR, not quite level 2, but does have salves and speed scrolls, something you don't often have, of course. Which means he can trade hits with the Archmage, but the claws are going to help out, as well as that mantle now for ToD. That's what he needs.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's the tech for ToD, and the blacksmith coming up for Hitman the same. Where's the tech at? Slight advantage for Hitman, as so often you have as the orc in this matchup. Deny the water elemental, very nicely done. That also denies level 2, by the way, on the CORSAIR, stopping the chain lightning. This footman gonna probably take too much time to kill, so Hitman, oh, maybe he can get it. But ToD kind of jukes the army, and now he's gonna run up to the top and start creeping greens, and Hitman maybe not gonna be able to find ToD. If ToD says go over here, maybe. And Hitman wouldn't find him. But maybe because this is the closest possible green camp, Hitman will just run straight here. That footman, by the way, did it die? It might have got, I think it got denied because it's not there and Hitman doesn't have level 2. Uh-oh, this is going to be a lot of damage on the Archmage. Maybe even eventually, yeah, this is going to have to be a town portal. Oh, no. Yeah, and ToD thought he might be able to fight his way out, so he stayed there for a long, long time, but now, very unfortunate. Calls Militia, immediately goes for the Mercenary Camp, can buy a Priest to start healing up the Archmage, but that was a really good move from Hitman. Who now just has to find ToD. Tier 2 about to be done. Tier 2 a little bit afterwards. Oh, yeah, okay. ToD's gonna start healing up the Archmage, and he has to because the Chain Lightning would almost kill him if the Farseer found him. There's a level 3 on the Archmage, though, and now he's healed up again. And will it be Mountain King this time around? Probably, yeah, because it is Rifle Caster. Lumber I thought was low, but he had already queued up. The Arcane Sanctum Footman gets Chain Lightning, but that's the last Chain Lightning for the time being. Speed Scroll could actually be abolished. Undoubtedly, he gets the deny. He does indeed. But still, more kills for Hitman. Alpine Iron with the 10 months. Thank you. Says, kind of want ToD to win, but I probably won't have the supply. Not yet, at least. Not yet, at least. This will be Farseer level 3, but the grunts are slowed. I think just one grunt slowed. Yeah, Torn Chieftain comes in. More salves, more speed scrolls, though. Hitman has to be aware that maybe a Mountain King can come in. Oh, this could be a stomp. Footman will fall. Mountain King's here, though.
A player's forces are under attack.
ToD tries to creep up the Mountain King. Farseer might be able to find him on the high ground. There's not too many places to creep around here. But Hitman actually going to check the expansion. So ToD's going to get away with this creeping. Torn Chieftain at the same time, though, creeping. Very old school style here. Just pure Grunt Shaman to counter rifles. Why not? Go for the dead. That's quite good against Shamans, of course.
A player's forces are under attack.
Level 2 in the Mountain King. Torn Chieftain creeping the shop. Not only to get level 3, but also just to get the heal scrolls here, obviously. ToD would love to give solo experience to the Mountain King at the expansion, but even that wouldn't be level 3, I don't think. These level 2 wolves are so difficult to deal with. But Stormbolt will do it. The resummons in, though. Is Adept on the way? No, Adept's not even started yet for the priests. Rifle gonna be Chain Lightning. Oh my god, it's all gravy for Hitman here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Torn Chieftain got level 3. Sobi Mask, Heal Scroll, Push and Vulnerability. ToD's still struggling to get level 3 on the Mountain King. Is ToD going for a second Sanctum anytime soon? No, he's not. He's sticking to the rifles. Hitman already has a good counter for it. Does he have attack upgrades? Yeah, he's already got 1-0. Probably 1-1 soon as well. And the thing about sticking to rifles as a human in this position is the Orc player is just happy to keep creeping, because if they get TC level 5, even TC level 4, obviously that's really good against pure rifles when there's no breakers. So you have to make a move as a human. And the longer you're delayed, the better it is for the Orc. But ToD will now finally, he got a crystal ball, unlucky. He will finally get level 3 Mountain King, though. He'll be able to sell these items, replace them with consumables. Hitman got a Ankh from the lab. And he does sell the items and gets more consumables. Man coming in for Creepjack. Belt for ToD. Invuln not used, but the rifle already fell. A lot of focus fire on that Torn Chieftain. Heal Scroll and Push and Vulnerability. Might have to be used just the same on the Mountain King. Rifle caught out of position, though. Oh, Grunt caught out of position. Kind of a mirrored fight here for both players, but there's no Bolt to catch up. He could have maybe used the Wand of Mana Stealing on like a Priest and killed that Grunt. but that wouldn't have been obviously the most efficient play. And the salves making this fight favor Hitman the longer it goes, and another rifle might fall before the town portal. Does ToD go for the red camp now, maybe? He just runs straight over to the red. Hitman might do the same as well. Again, we're gonna need a second Sanctum because the Torrent Chieftain's getting very, very scary. He's getting close to level 5 after this creep camp. So you need the breakers. You need the wall of breakers.
The player's forces are under attack.
42 versus 50. Again, militia scouting. There's no expansion. Hitman just getting grunt upgrades. Gonna be 2-0. The rifle's also 2-0 already, and ToD does go to the red camp. He gets a town portal just to be safe before he does it, though. So the Archmage level 4, that's nice. For the Aura, Medallion of Courage, not terrible for the Mountain King. And Hitman gonna get probably level 5 Torrent Chieftain here.
Players' forces are under attack.
And that'll mean the map is just down to 2 green camps. 1, 2. That's it left on the map after these reds are gone. Now, does ToD go for an expansion? Oh, he forgot his shop, so he can't build breakers quite yet, but he'll have it soon. Does ToD go for an expansion? Or does they continue playing one base? Hitman gets Helm of Valor. So the better item for ToD from the reds. Courage is better than Valor, apparently. They kind of go hand in hand, though, don't they? ToD wants to force another town portal, or a town portal, I suppose. He'll probably do just that, because the burrows are not reinforced. Yep. Town portal, burrow will fall. Counter town portal. Will anything fall? Nope. Just a couple of AoE spells. Exchange, which is better for ToD, of course, because he doesn't have to use heal salves to heal everything up. Okay, now we're getting to sort of sit in our base and bank for a little while. There's still 5,000 in each gold mine, but Hitman is expanding at the top right. Okay, yeah, the creep camps are actually enough to get TC level 5 that are remaining. I wonder if you can scrape together TC5, Farseer 4. Probably just TC5 from these. Yeah, definitely just TC5. But still a big deal. ToD getting a farm on the high ground, sending a militia to scout the top right. So he's going to know about the expo, so he's going to know he's on a little bit of a timer. Invis to go grab more heal scrolls, probably a potion of vulnerability. And here's TC5. Oh, Farseer can actually get level 4. He can scrape it together. Wow. Big level up. Very big. Because that's Chain Lightning level 2, and that's Stomp level 3.
Forces are under attack.
Very big deal. Peasant scouts. ToD probably going to break upkeep. ASAP. Oh, builds another shop? Okay, ToD. Okay. Okay, how long will ToD wait to break upkeep? Retrain, Town Portal, another heal scroll. So he's not even going to break upkeep, he's just buying items. But he doesn't want to retrain just yet. He wants to just use the water elemental to cancel this. But he's going to have to Town Portal away from here afterwards. And he might not even get the cancel. This is a big risk from ToD. Yeah, he's not going to get the cancel. He's just going to have to TP for this.
Forces are under attack.
Oh. Needs to TP. Yeah, because if he gets Stomp level 3 into Chain Lightning there, he would have just died, so. Yeah, big investment there from ToD. Doesn't pay off, but he still can retrain. There's the retrain. And now ToD's going to go for one big push. He's going to break upkeep as soon as he can, knowing that that expansion is going to be mined. But Hitman already has a big supply lead. Already 15 supply advantage for Hitman. Mana potion needed. More breakers needed as well.
Are under attack.
Good scouting from ToD throughout. But now it's not about scouting, it's about getting an army together that can somehow break this expansion and win the game. That's got to be the only thing on ToD's mind. There's no way he can counter-expand with the Farseer being level 4 and with, you know, Hitman already having a supply advantage. There's no way he can counter-expand. It would not work. He's got to go for a big push. And he needs mana pots for that as well. Probably a potion of vulnerability as well. But Hitman's making sure to have full control of the shop. And ToD calling the boys. Didn't get a mana pot, but he's got one mana ceiling at least. Hitman got the heal scroll, but not the potion of vulnerability. Invis on the heroes, actually. Maybe not the best use of Stomp there. The Blizzard is really, really nice as well. And the Militia are blocking the whole army. Heal Scroll already used. That's a big Stomp, though, and that's why level 5 TC destroys Rifle Caster. The claps are big, but there's enough Heal Scrolls for Hitman. No more Stomps at least, though. 65 right now versus 53. The Blizzard does a lot of damage. And there's no more Stomp to cancel the Blizzard, but there is at least an Ensnare. Thorn Chieftain has an Onk, so doesn't have to be too afraid of anything. A lot about to fall for Hitman, but ToD about to lose his MK. Is there an Invis available? Yes, there is. And there's no dust. 55 versus 50, actually. But again, ToD has to win this fight because he's got to break the expansion. Is he doing enough? Blizzard is doing a lot of damage. 40, though, against 56. Mountain King has a Stormbolt, but even if he kills the TC, he's still got the Onk.
A player's forces are under attack.
Level 5 on the Farseer. Wind Rider even comes in. Stormbolt to kill the Kodo. ToD pretty much is down to heroes now. Front level 5. Hitman trying to block. Oh, Farseer might get the kill. No, the Torn Chieftain does, and that's Archmage down, level 6 on the TC. And well played, Gratz is called. And 3-1 for Hitman. Cleaning it up on Shallow Grave. Well played to Hitman. Nice try to ToD. Definitely a very, very close series there. You know, map 1 and map 3 even could have gone either way. I think map 4 a little bit more convincing there. But yeah, GG's. That was a fun one.